My dear viewers and subscribers, all of you are welcome to my English Learning YouTube channel. I am discussing voices in my videos. So I have already discussed all the forms of tenses in their active voice. Now I will discuss some special verb. I will discuss some special verbs which do not take by with them in the passive voice. Okay, when we wrote or learned the rules for changing from active to passive, there I told you that though we use by with most of the verbs in passive voice, but there are some verbs where we cannot use by before the verb of the action, and with that verb we have to use other preposition. Okay, so here I am writing for your knowledge the verbs which take preposition other than by. So all of you know that there is a verb no. This is, I have written here no. No in its passive voice never takes by with it. Okay, so we have to use the preposition to with no. Okay, now again, if there is the verb please, then we have to use with. Displease, with. So if there is the verb satisfy, okay, satisfy, then we have to use with. Again, if there is the verb amaze, then at. If there is the verb astonish, then at. Then surprise, it will be at. And if we use the verb vex, vex, so this verb also takes at in passive voice. Okay, so these are some verbs which do not take by with them when we change them into passive form. Okay, these are the verbs which take this special preposition only before the verb of the action. Okay, now you have to get by heart. You have to get by heart this chart where you can find no takes to, please, displease, satisfy, take, with, amaze, astonish, surprise, vex, take, at. Okay, so this is very simple, and I hope you can get by heart these special verbs with their preposition very easily. So this will be very easy for you when you learn the use of appropriate preposition also. Okay, so I will erase this list. So please look at the board again and read the verb again. No, to, please, displease, satisfy, with, amaze, astonish, surprise, vex, at. So far as I know the verbs, I have written all the verbs as per the capacity of my knowledge. There may be some other verbs also which may take such type of preposition other than by. So you will find them in some big grammar book or in some other books also, or in some other occasion also. Now I hope this will be sufficient for you for our learning. Okay, for you and our learning. So again you may look at the board and see the verbs. You may look at the board and see the verb that take other preposition other than by. Okay, so no, to, please, displease, satisfy, with, amaze, astonish, surprise, vex, at. Okay, so I hope you have already got by heart the verbs. Okay, there is another verb also, that is feel. You can write feel, F-I-L-L. Feel also takes with it. Okay, the verb feel also takes with the verb feel also takes with it in passive voice. Okay. Now I will write some examples of this verb where we will use these prepositions only except that of by in passive voice. Okay. So let me erase the list of these verbs with the preposition, because I have already faith in you. I have faith in you that you have already got by heart the list of this verb with the prepositions. Okay. So I am writing a very simple sentence where you know it that I know your father well. So this is a very simple sentence, and we have already learned the passive voice of all tenses. So no need to say anything or everything in new or newly. You have already got all the information regarding the passive voice from active or from passive to active, regarding change of tenses, regarding tenses. Okay. Now here we know that this is a sentence of present indefinite tense where the object is your father. So just look at the sentence and you see, try to change it into passive one, so you will know it what difference you notice. Okay. So your father is the subject here, your father, and the verb is know, that is why it will take is. Your father is, and we have to use the past participle form of know, that will be know, knew, known. Okay. So your father is known. Then we cannot use by here because the verb here is know. We have to use to here. This is the difference. Okay. And other things remain the same. Okay. Your father is known to me well. So this is a sentence of passive voice. Okay. Again, we may write that I am surprised at his behavior. So you look at the sentence and you can see that the sentence is a sentence of passive voice, where you can see that we have used here am and the past participle form of the verb. So this is a sentence of present indefinite tense, but the structure itself tells that it is a passive voice, because we have used here be verb, and after be verb we have used the past participle form of the verb. That is why the sentence itself tells that it is a sentence of passive voice. But you cannot find by here because the verb here is surprise. So the verb surprise never takes by with it in its passive voice. That is why you have got here at. So this is at, which has been used in place of by, because the verb surprise never takes by with it. Okay. So this part is the object here, and we have to make this object a subject, the subject of the sentence. That is why it will be his behavior. Okay. His behavior. Then it is a sentence of present indefinite tense, where we have to write subject plus verb plus object. So we have already written the subject, his behavior. Now we have to write the verb, and the verb must be in its present tense. Okay. So it is surprise. But you see, when the sentence is when the verb is in its present indefinite tense, then we have to see the subject, and if the subject is a third person singular number, we must use as or yes with the verb. That is why his behavior is the subject here, and it is a third person singular number, so we have to use as. His behavior surprises, and I, the object form of I is me. Okay. So this is a sentence of active voice. So I will write some more sentences of the passive voice or an active voice which do not take by after them. Okay. So here you can see smoke filled the room. This is a very important sentence, and sometimes this sentence is asked in the examination. So smoke filled the room. This is a sentence of present indefinite, past indefinite tense, and which is in active voice, and we have to change it into passive. Now the room is the object here, so I have written the room as the subject of the sentence, and it is in the past tense. That is why the room will take was. Okay, the room was, and we have to use the past participle form of the main verb. That will be the room was filled, and as the verb is filled, we have to use with here, with smoke. Okay, the room was filled with smoke. The room was filled with smoke. Okay, so you can see the change, that passive does not mean that there must be by preposition before the doer of the action. So according to the nature of the verb, we have to use some other preposition also, and we are discussing that rule only here. We are explaining that rule only here, that the verb which do not take by with them, but they take other preposition rather than by. So I hope you are getting the point. And all these sentences, that means all the verb with their appropriate preposition, you have to get by heart. Otherwise, you cannot make your passive voice correct in your examination or in any occasion where where you have to change the voice. Okay, so I am writing some more examples regarding this rule. So here you have already known that I know your father well, your father is known to me well. Again, I am surprised at his behavior surprises me. Again, smoke filled the room was filled with smoke. Okay, now I write some more examples regarding the rule where by is not used. Okay, so there is a verb where you can say his behavior. I was vexed. Okay, I was vexed at his behavior, or I was vexed at his conduct. Okay, this is another sentence which is already written in passive voice. How could we know that it is in passive? Because there is subject I and was is present here, and after was we have used the past participle form. That is why it is a sentence of passive voice. But you cannot find by here, because by is never used with the verb vexed, or at is used only. So this at should be dropped and was should be dropped when we change it into active. And this object must be the subject here, so it will be his conduct. Okay, his conduct, and we have to use the past tense form of the verb, because the verb here is in past tense, because was is present there. Okay, his conduct vexed me. Vexed me. Okay, this is a sentence of active voice. So I hope you have already understood what I am going to tell you. Okay, this new dress satisfies. This new dress satisfies the boy. Satisfies the boy. So this is a sentence of active voice where the verb is satisfied, and here the object is the boy. The object must be made subject. So I have written here the boy. Okay, the boy. And as the verb is in its present tense, so we have to use verb of present tense with the subject the boy, and the verb of present tense with the subject the boy will be is. The boy is. Okay, then we have to use the past participle form of the main verb, so it will be satisfied. Okay, the boy is satisfied. As the verb is satisfied, we have to use with the verb. So the boy is satisfied with this new dress. With this new dress. So I hope you have already understood what I have explained to you, and today I will not make my video longer, because only these are the words which do not take buy with them in passive form, and they take some other preposition which I have already mentioned here. So you must get by heart these appropriate prepositions with the verb. So I will not make this video longer. I want to stop here today. All of you are thanked for watching my videos.